What's up, YouTube? Captain Redbeard back on the Division 2. And, lately there's been a lot of new players that are in the game. I'm running into them just matchmaking. I'm answering the call for agents' help. And a big thing that I wanted to let you know is everyone obviously is looking for the so-called best builds, when obviously a lot of us know, if you've been playing the game for a long time, not necessarily the best build. While yes, you do need to put the builds together correctly, have the right pieces, and use the synergy to the build, right? So you can get the most out of it, but it all matters on your play style as well. So while everyone's trying to come up with the new best build and showcase it or hide it from other players, oh, I don't want them to see what I got, it doesn't really matter so much as to your own gameplay. So let me just show you something that's kind of old school, but why try to reinvent the wheel when you don't have to? So let's get into it. This is it. This is the build. This is just your classic Heartbreaker. Starting at the top, I have the Technician Specialization. I'm using that so I can get an extra skill tier. I do have modifiers on. I didn't actually put them on for any reason in the build. I just have them because it's the way I was running it with the previous builds I had. So I got the Assault Link. I got the Loaded Up passive modifier, Multitasker passive modifier, and the Tech Upgrades. For the weapons, I'm using the Kingbreaker, and look at the damage with this build. Kingbreaker's sitting at just about 161k. Expertise is 29. I can still go one more on that expertise. Assault rifle damage, health damage, damage to target out of cover is maxed out. And the talent is Perfect Flatline. Amplifies weapon damage by 20% to pulsed enemies. Very important for this build, especially with that specialization up there. You can put the linked laser pointer, which pulses targets when you aim. So you get that, and Perfect Flatline gives you 20% more damage. Same thing with my backup. I'm using the ACS 12. Shotgun damage, damage to armor, damage to target out of cover is maxed out on it. Total damage 378. Expertise is nothing. Okay. And when I show you a little bit of the gameplay, I just did American History Museum. You can see that it builds the stacks just fine, but imagine if you expertise this to even 12. I just haven't. But I put Flatline on that as well. Amplifies weapon damage by 15%. The Kingbreaker has Perfect Flatline. This is just Flatline, but it works great. After 4 kills, applies pulse to the next enemy you hit. And again, linked laser pointer. So with the way that those two work, it's great. The sidearm, I just have the Prophet, just kind of a placeholder there. I usually have a TDI card custom, either with the in sync on there, or this one's got determined. Backup boomstick works, whatever. I'm not really using it. Alright, so for the gear pieces, I have the 4-piece Heartbreaker. I am using the backpack chest piece, as you can see. Start with the mask. I'm using the Catharsis mask. Expertise is 28. Catharsis is pretty awesome for this build. Okay, core attribute is armor. Catharsis comes with incoming repairs, armor regen, and I have a crit hit chance. Talent's Vicious Cycle. Taking damage builds stacks to a cap of 30. Each stack grants 1.5% weapon damage. Taking damage at max stacks triggers a purge, removing all stacks and status effects, and then dropping a healing cloud, which restores 5% of max armor for 10 seconds to all allies in the cloud. Okay, so that's a very important piece for the way I have this build. Get back to that. And we'll go to the gloves, get that out of the way, and then we'll do the Heartbreaker. So Walker and Harris, I'm just doing that for the 5% weapon damage, but I do have an armor core on it. Expertise is 28, and I got double crit on that. So starting with the backpack for the Heartbreaker set, the 2-piece gives us plus 15% assault rifle damage, plus 15% LMG damage. 3-piece is 15% weapon handling, and the important part of this build is the Heartstopper, the 4-piece. Weapon hits on pulsed enemies add a stack of plus 1% bonus armor and plus 1.1% weapon damage to pulsed enemies up to a max of 50 stacks. 2 stacks are lost each second. Core attributes armor. Expertise is 9, and I got double crit. talent on the backpack is increases total bonus armor gained per stack of Heartstopper from 1 to 2. So that's a big reason I'm using the backpack, so I can get more of those stacks. Same thing with the chest piece. Core attribute I have on the chest piece is weapon damage. I have double crit, expertise is 18, and the talent's max BPM. Increases max stacks for Heartstopper from 50 now to 100. So you essentially just get a lot more of that armor, and you're able to just kind of shred through stuff. For the holster, we got armor, crit chance, expertise 7. And for the knee pads, armor, crit chance, expertise is 9. And then for the skills, I am using my shield. Important, I'll pull my shield out, grab the ACS 12, start hitting the enemies, build those stacks, get that damage buff. I do have a reviver hive, and I'm just using the EMP grenade. So the reason that the Catharsis mask I talked about is important, and the reason I like using it on this build here is because if I show you, we will get stacks built up. Okay, get all those stacks built up there. And then as I take damage, it'll start to purge that cloud, you see? And so you take damage, but you can keep obviously building that armor up. So it just really goes together well, in my opinion. It's a lot of fun. And then the amount of damage that you can do with the Kingbreaker. I know a lot of people don't like it. That's the preference thing. I don't mind it. I actually enjoy it. I know that the RPM kind of sucks on it, kind of a lot, but that's okay. I still like it. It's 600. I'm not sure what they brought it to. I think the Kingbreaker was what, 650? If I'm wrong, let me know. But I think it was 650. Now it's 600. But this build, the way it sits, is really fun. It's a lot of fun. I'll show you some gameplay. Again, I just did the American History Museum. Let's go to the stats. I'll show you how I have it. Weapon damage is at 145.7k. PvP, we're at 58.2. Crit chance is at 61. That's because of the modifier. I can actually back that off a little bit and throw that into crit damage, but that's how I have it on here, and that's how it was in the gameplay, so I'll show you there. 75% headshot. And 1.85 on the armor. Not too bad. Max health 363. Pulse resistance there. A bunch of these 10s. But again, it's just a fun build. I mean, if you want something simple, throw it together. Basically, I think the hardest part of this build to get would be maybe the Catharsis. But just run countdown, target masks for your targeted loot. You should be good. The HeartBreaker, it only comes with the 2. It comes with the core attribute and the 1 attribute. So, if usually it comes with the armor or whatever. However you want to put it together. Just if you want weapon damage, I have this. I'm sitting here, like I said, 1.85 million armor. I can get that up to 1.9 because it rounds. It rounds in this game. So if I go a little bit more with the expertise, it'll round up to 1.9. And it's a lot of fun. So yeah, I told you guys I was just going to do videos here and there. I wasn't going to get too involved with it. I mean, there's 1.5 billion people doing videos for the Division franchise. And this is just how I run mine. It's a lot of fun. And I think the simplicity of it should be outlined. And it is by a lot of other gamers. There's a lot of gamers that are known for this in the game. And they helped me out a lot. And I started playing this a few years back. So, alright. I'm Captain Redbeard253. If you like this video, hit that like, subscribe. It is always cool to get new people following the channel. And I will see you in the next video. I'm out of here. Gameplay's coming up for you.